Hey guys, it's Lexi. Long time no see. I have a Empties video to share with you today. This was from my Carnival inspired melting basket for August. So I have a ton of really fun circus themed wax that I was working on. Had a lot of fun this past month doing that. And I also did have to kind of take a little bit of a pause towards the end of this month to work on my Scentsy club editing. So as you can see from this pile of Scentsy wax over here, I really needed to kind of edit it down and melt some things that I had been putting off melting to get some things out of my club. And I'm feeling really good about where I stand with that. So this is going to be an Empties. It's kind of mixed of that circus kind of theme stuff and a lot of Scentsy. So we'll start with the circus stuff first and we'll go through that. And I have a massive amount of Empties. So we're gonna just kind of go through these somewhat quickly. And I hope I can kind of make this concise for the most part. Start off first with some of my scents that were like sample sizes from the Bathing Garden. So for the most part, all of these go into my office warmer, which I have a 25 watt bulb warmer. So that's where all of these went. I have Boardwalk Candy Apple. This was the strongest of all of the samples, and this was also from 2 years ago. This was crazy strong, smelled super delicious. Kind of reminded me of like a winter candy apple, but you add, I don't think there's caramel in this, maybe there is, but it almost smelled slightly like candied and slightly carameled apple. It was amazing, I loved it, definitely would repurchase that. This one is Fortune's Darling. This one I actually think I melted in my bathroom, so scratch that last comment, but this one was weird. It wasn't bad, but I felt like there was some kind of like a licorice possibly note in this. It wasn't a favorite of mine. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but it did fill up my bathroom, did fine. This one is Raspberry Donuts. This was weird because I melted this previously and I felt like I had much better performance than I did with this one. However, I wanna say that this was the year old or possibly from this past Carnival collection. So maybe it just needed a little bit more cure time. But yeah, this one didn't really perform too well. So that was kind of a bummer because I feel like the last one it did of the same scent. This one is Cotton Candy Ice Cream. This one did do fairly well, but it was like a light, maybe light medium scent out of the rest of these. I did like it, but I feel like there are some other like cotton candy ice cream scents that I prefer over this one. I have Carnival Junkie. This one was pretty light as well, but it was like kind of just like a sweet Carnival candy type of scent. Didn't blow my socks off, but also like sometimes when I put the scents in my office warmer, I don't go in there a ton. So by the time I do kind of go in there to pop my head in and sniff around, maybe it could already have been kind of like past the highlight of its burning point, melting point. So it could have been my fault. This one is Serendipity Cream Pie. I've melted this before. It was like a nice light medium as well. I have a ton of Rose Girls. Actually, you know, before we do the Rose Girls bags, I do have more of the Bathing Garden scent. So let's talk about those quick. And then these are all the clamshell. So this one is, I think, the standout out of all of these. I really enjoyed all of these, honestly, except for one. This one is Cola Float. Absolutely extraordinary. This was fantastic. I spread this clamshell throughout my downstairs warmers. It was beautiful and it lasted like 2 whole days strong. I didn't want to pull it out of the warmers. I love this. I would absolutely repurchase this. And that being said, I think the Bathing Garden does amazing with their like cola scents. There is currently her Halloween collection is out right now, and there is a scent called Faded Opulence, which is like a Coca-Cola, kind of spiced Coca-Cola scent, in my opinion. It really reminds me of the Coca-Cola bottle cap candies. There is like spices and like different kind of fall spices, I think, in there, but to my nose, it almost comes across as like a candied Coca-Cola. This one is much more of like a liquid drinkable Coca-Cola, but holy moly, I love them both. Go do yourself a favor, get Faded Opulence from the Bathing Garden. It's out right now. You will not regret it. It's so good. This one is Circus Spread. This was also a part of the circus collection. I think all of these were all a part of the circus collection. And this one has a lot of people that really love it. I can see the hype, and especially if you are a person that enjoys zucchini bread scents, I don't love zucchini bread, but for somebody that doesn't like zucchini bread, I still really did enjoy this. So I'm happy that I tried it out. I don't think I would repurchase it. I think it's like a strawberry zucchini bread kind of a scent. There's definitely a lot of that yeastiness that came through when you melted it. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I think if you like those types of scents, then you would love this because it did do very well. This one is Clowning Around. I melted a ton of like circusy, carnival inspired scents obviously this month. And I think out of all of them, this was my favorite one, honestly. This one did so well. I don't have the scent notes for this, but if you go watch my circus collection video from the Bathing Garden, in the description, it should have all of the notes. This one was absolutely fantastic. It was like, I think it was like kettle corn maybe, caramel apples maybe. It's just a lot of like really sweet, rich, kind of fun scents. Cotton candy is probably in this too. This one was like all of those good things without like a spicy, the funnel cake kind of a note, which I know a lot of those circus concession-y type blends do have funnel cake in them. I'm personally finding, just from my own things that I like and don't like, I think I like them without funnel cake. So this one is by far my favorite circus type scent. So if you want a really good scent that invokes those type of memories, feelings, it's circus or Clowning Around. That's my favorite. This one is Candy Carousel. Out of all of the scents, this was definitely the lightest. It was just like a kiss of sweetness in the air, but it really didn't perform too well. So that was a bit of a bummer, but I melted it and finished it. Wouldn't repurchase that one. Okay, now on to Rose Girls. So I guess we'll just talk about this one because it's the largest. This was a chunk bag. I don't think she does these anymore. This is in Circus Concessions. This is one that can kind of be comparable to Clowning Around because it's similar in the sense that it is a scent that you would, like a type smell you would smell if you're in the circus or carnival. It's Macintosh Madness, Ooey Gooey Caramel, Cotton Candy Frosting, and Funnel Cake. This is the one that I'm kind of comparing them to, and you can't always compare these, but they're similar enough that I was in my head. This one is really nice, but that funnel cake note, in my opinion, had a little bit of spices that came through quite strong when I melted this. And another thing that I've really noticed from melting a lot of Rose Girls blends that have her funnel cake note is that is a very strong, prominent oil that no matter what it's paired with and blended with, the rest of the things, once they burn off and like melt off the fragrance oils, you are left with that funnel cake scent, and it is spicy. It's a spicy funnel cake. I don't love that. I still think that this is an amazing scent, and if you are not afraid of the spices, then I'd say go for it. But I'm finding from, especially this month, melting a ton of different blends like this, that this one isn't my favorite. I think that there are more I enjoy more. But this one performs amazing, was so strong. It was a beautiful scent. I think if I'm just comparing them, that's kind of what I've come to the decision about. Okay, so I finished up a bag of Cookie Land, which I don't think I had this in my melting basket originally, but there was only a few pieces left, and I saw it in my, when I was moving around my collection, I saw this and I was like, this can totally fit like a circus, like imagine like a ride called Cookie Land or something. I don't know. So I was like, let's just finish this bag up. I loved it. I have a ton of backup bags of Cookie Land, so I don't need to get more ever, or at least for a long time. But I really like this scent. It's like pretzels and caramel and cookies, of course. It's just amazing. Really good blender. Really great on its own. It's gorgeous. I love that scent. I have lemon cotton candy ice cream cake in a mini melter bag here. This I melted in my bathroom, as strange as it seems, because it's like a bakery ice cream cake. But this one is honestly like just a sweetened lemon scent. It's very, very, very lemon forward. If anything, it's like slightly cotton candy ice cream, but I think it just kind of sweetens it. So it's just a sweet lemon, really. I loved it. Would I go out and get more? I don't know, maybe if I saw it and I was like totally dwindled down on my Rose Girl stash, but I have a lot of Rose Girls I need to work through. So it performed great though. I have 2 bags of Strawberry Cookie Land. Absolutely love this scent. I love Cookie Land on its own, like I just said, but with the strawberry pound cake, which is blended into this, it just makes it even more magical. I really love this. Obviously, these are 2 mini muffins. I finished them both. I loved that scent. I have another two more mini muffin bags here. This is Beach Bonfire. This one I just melted. It's campfire marshmallows, vanilla lace, and marshmallow fireside. I was honestly kind of bummed out about this. This was a light scent in my house, which usually Rose Girls is always like medium to medium strong. So this was actually kind of surprising that this was light. But what I could smell of it, I really did enjoy. I have her campfire marshmallows. I think it's campfire marshmallows on its own, or like maybe it's like bonfire, campfire. It's going to be in my next melting basket, you guys will see. But I preferred that one more. I don't know why. I think maybe the vanilla lace and marshmallow fireside maybe just toned it down, or I have no idea what happened, but it was a lighter scent. I wish it was stronger because I loved how it smelled on cold. Then I have Sandra D. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. This is up there with Moo Track, Strawberry Cookie Land, Star of Wonder, Star of Night. This is one of my top favorite Rose Girl scents. I absolutely adore this. It's strawberry shortcake, peach, and Nilla wafers. The Nilla wafers actually comes like way through when you're melting this. It's very strong. It is very much like a strawberry peach bakery, like a realistic strawberry, realistic, delicious peach with that bakery Nilla wafer scent. I love this. Would definitely pick up more of this. I have more of this, but I'll always pick it up when I see it. Then I have a few of these little like sample bags. So two of these were things that I picked up years ago, probably 2 years ago, in a like fruit sampler, I think it is what it was. These were both like 4 little mini melter squares of raspberry sauce and sweet lemon confection. I melted these both together in my bathroom one day just because I wanted to finish up the bags. They weren't a part of this melting basket, but I just wanted to melt them. Amazing blend. Raspberry and lemon just work really well together, and these were like delicious, so good. Totally would do that again. Loved it. I think I might have more of both of those separately, so I'll probably do it again eventually. Then I have 2 that were samples that were sent to me. Orange Dreamsicle Marshmallow Milkshake is one. I actually melted this with a bag in here that I have from that Smell Good shop, and I'll actually just pull it out right now, in Twinkies, which this one is really kind of struggling when I melted this on its own. And I figured that if anything, I could just kind of like make it more creamy if I added Twinkies to this orange scent, and it was amazing. It lasted all day and it was beautiful. Very much like a creamy orange bakery type of scent. I loved it. Then I have a Rose Girls Apple Cotton Candy Marshmallow Bombs. This one is also kind of like that Beach Bonfire scent where I was like very surprised that it was so weak. This was definitely very light. I could barely smell it. It was like a kiss of sweetness in the air, but I wanted more from it, so that was a bit of a bummer too. Let's talk about my other That Smell Good shop bag here. This was a custom in August Festival, and I want to say that this was something that I got, this scent was something that I got from a customer creation like a couple of years ago now probably, and it's a blend of Cider Lane, strawberry, and baked apple bread. This was absolutely phenomenal, fantastic. I would say do yourself another favor and go pick this up. You can do customs with That Smell Good shop all the time. I'm sure this isn't available right now, but if you're feeling like you want to do some customs, just add this to your customs. It was amazing, phenomenal. This was so strong. And it was like a slightly like spiced, creamy, rich apple strawberry bread type of like deliciousness. Amazing, love this, so good, so strong. Okay, so I have 4 bags here from Lurid Apothecary. I won't go super in depth because that vendor is no longer in business right now, but I have Ring Toss, which is like a fruity type scent. Honestly, all of these were over a year old, and I think that this, they all really struggled. Something else I noticed when I melted through these is I needed more to perform stronger in my home. So it was like more is more, not less is more kind of a thing. So once I did add a lot more to the warmers per melt, I did notice they performed better. I can't repurchase these, so this was just like a nice fruity scent, but didn't do that great in my home. This one was Fried Sweets, Red Vines, and Vanilla Ice Cream and Ferris Wheel. It was okay. This one, out of all of them, was my favorite. This was Fishbowl, which is coconut milk, papaya, and mango. I love mango, so I did enjoy this one a lot. And then this one was Circus Peanuts, peanut butter, marshmallow fluff, and cream. I noticed when I melted this, the first time I had it like last year, it did perform much better than this year. It definitely struggled a lot more. So I think the shelf life on my Lurid Apothecary was not maybe the best. However, if you have some Lurid Apothecary and you're like thinking about like, should I melt it? Should I hold off? I would say melt it sooner rather than later. But of course, everybody has different opinions on that. So the best thing you can do is just test that theory for yourself. If you think something might have a shorter shelf life, just test it, mark the bag when you melted it, put it away, store it properly, and then pull it back out and melt it again. That's the best way to test shelf life for yourself firsthand. Everything is dependent on how you store your wax, and everything is also dependent on like the airflow of your home. Everybody's home melts wax differently. So that's that. Okay. I have a few like one-off vendors that I only melted like one thing of this month. I have Teddy B's County Fair, kettle corn, soft pretzels, and fried ice cream. This was really, really, really good. I melted this in my bedroom both times that I melted this. It was a souffle cup. Amazing, delicious. This was also right up there with the Clowning Around from the Bathing Garden. I definitely put this pretty up there. I would definitely repurchase it. I liked it a lot. I have I'd Rather Not. This was really cute. It was a pretzel from Birdie's Making Sense. And it is pie crust, pretzel, and kettle corn. I also really enjoyed this one, but this was a medium, not medium high, but it was a medium and I did enjoy it. Then I have Empire Alchemy Unicorn Popcorn. You guys, very impressed with this. It is Fruity Pebbles, Cookie Bits, and Caramel Popcorn. I'm not a huge cereal fan of like cereal scents and wax. I love cereal in real life. But like fruity cereal type scents, I'm not usually super keen on. But this one was just so good. I really, really, really enjoyed this when I melted it. And the cookie bits and the popcorn, you could smell them. It wasn't just like a cereal blend and all you could smell was a cereal. Like I could pick up on like that crunchy, like, I don't know if popcorn you would classify as like a nutty scent, but you could smell like that freshly popped popcorn type of scent coming through with the fruitiness and like the cookie bakery kind of scent. Incredible. I love this. I'm so excited that I've been getting more in Empire Alchemy because I was very impressed with that. And then I have 3 bags here from Salt Mountain Melts. This one was Gummy Bear Slushy. This was going on, I don't know, maybe 2 years old at this point. And I was I didn't have high hopes for this to perform very well for me. However, this performed very well. It was a weird scent to describe, kind of hard to describe, but it was like a sweet candy scent. Definitely like it did smell like gummy bears. To me, it almost smelled like the pineapple, like the clear pineapple flavored gummy bears. I wouldn't say anything was like slushy about this, but it was just like almost like you're melting like gummy bears. I liked it. I don't know if I'd repurchase it, maybe, but it was interesting and definitely unique. Then this was Cherry Lime Slushy, another one that was very, very strong. Maraschino Cherry Lime Freeze and Extra Lime Fizz. I think out of all of the different vendors that I've tried, I'm very picky when it comes to lime scents, but I do feel that Salt Mountain Melts has a lime that I like. It's a not super offensive lime. It's not like a very like rind, zesty lime, which those are the kind I try to stray away from. This was definitely a sweet, juicy type lime. I really did like that. Mixed with the cherry, it went very well together. Then I have Sunny Days, which is orange sherbet, lemon curd, and cotton candy. I like this one. It did perform very well. All of my Salt Mountain Melts performed very well for me, but I don't think that this is a scent that I would need to seek out again, but it was good. It was just like a lemony, kind of bright citrusy scent. And then I have 2 scents here from L3 Waxy Wonders. This one is Concerts at the State Fair, which is Twinkies, fried Twinkies, cotton candy, and kettle corn. This one really was very, very, very light, like a light medium maybe. I wish it was stronger because I really did enjoy how it smelled in the bag, but this was also a little bit older, so maybe that was my fault. Then this one was also kind of the same idea, pretty light for me. It is Cotton Candy Craze Pink Frosted Animal Cookies. It was blue raspberry, cotton candy, and cotton candy frosting mixed with animal cookies. That's what Cotton Candy Craze is all of the cotton candies blended. Quite old, probably like, I don't know, maybe like 2 years, definitely over a year. And so I think that had I melted this sooner, I probably would have got better performance from it. But that's on me. I wouldn't repurchase the scent again. I definitely think that there's other blends with her cotton candy craze I like better, but that's okay. But I'm happy to have finished a loaf. Another thing about that scent is, oh my gosh, it stained my warmers like you would not believe. It was like a hot pink wax. Every single one of my warmers was stained, which like just drove me up the wall. And then when I did clean all my warmers, my fingers were stained for a couple days, which also drove me up the wall with like this hot pink dye. So that was kind of annoying, but I'm just happy that that is gone and I used it. Definitely light, medium, maybe. I wouldn't repurchase that again. It was kind of a bummer. This one's random, but I just really wanted to finish this. I actually did a weird thing with this. I can't remember if I talked about this last month or if this was like right at the beginning when I did this. But this is a Yankee Candle Dreamy Summer Nights candle that I chopped up. I ended up putting this in a candle, like an empty Bath & Body Works candle jar. And then I put this candle on the warmers to like let it melt in my bedroom one day. This lasted for like a week and it was so amazing. I absolutely love this scent. I haven't seen it back in forever, but it's just like I think it's like tonka bean vanilla something. It's just like a beautiful, sweet, like body care vanilla type of scent, and I love it. I'm kind of sad to see it go, but I really needed to melt it because it has been just sitting in this bag for forever. And I don't think bakery bags hold scent as well as like double bagging of polypropylene bags. And now we have some Zape. So let's talk about these two scents that I used from the Circa sampler. So I have Snow Cone and Carnival Corn. So Snow Cone is sweet cherry, blue cotton candy, and sugary taffy. I loved this. If I saw the scent come back next summer, I would absolutely pick it up. It was a beautiful sweetened snow cone scent. And I feel like you see in a lot of vendor wax snow cone type scents that they put fizzy pop in there, and there's no fizzy pop in this. And I loved that she didn't put fizzy pop in there. It was amazing. I would absolutely pick this up. It performed beautifully in my home. Then this one is Carnival Corn. This is kind of similar to that Fruit Loopy type blend from Empire Alchemy because it is fresh buttered popcorn and fruity cereal bits. Same kind of vibe. I really did enjoy this. But I think if I had to pick one, I think I would do the Empire Alchemy over this, but very similar vibes. So if one or the other pops up, then I'd probably pick up either. I did really like it. I always get really good performance with my Zape. This one is Zape Sample in Pink Punch. Put this in my office warmer, just randomly, just wanted to test this scent out. I think it was offered during like the summer collection, this scent was maybe. This was so strong. This, I think, must have had, I think it was like a lemonade, like a pink lemonade scent. I don't know if there's pink sugar in it or there's something else in here. Maybe there was like fizzy pop. I don't really know, but this was so darn strong. It was like coming out of my office with the door shut. So crazy strong. I didn't love the scent. It wasn't a scent that's like my personal favorite scent preference. It was definitely like a fruit punch type of very summery scent. I wouldn't repurchase it, but it was darn strong. And then we have County Fair from Zape, Twinkies, waffle cone batter, and sweet gooey glaze. I put this throughout all of my warmers downstairs one day, and it was just absolute heaven. It was so beautiful. I love the scent. This is also ranking way up there with that Clowning Around. What was the other one? I think it was also County Fair from Teddy Bees. This one also is way up there. Totally love these. I almost feel like I should like rank them as far as like the circus type scents out there, but really good. Definitely recommend that one. And then this one is Oh Sugar Sugar, which is vanilla marshmallows, strawberry vanilla cotton candy. To my nose, this smells very similar to the Body Fantasies cotton candy spray. That's also there. I think that this is a single fragrance oil that's kind of going around in the vendor wax world because the cotton candy, there's another cotton candy scent from Salt Mountain Melts that's very similar to this. There could be slight tweaks in it, but I think that base oil is like that Body Fantasies type of cotton candy. Absolutely love this. Oh Sugar Sugar is the same as the cotton candy scent from the Zape Circus collection. So if you missed that and she brings this one back out to my nose, it's the exact same scent. So also same as the body care Zape cotton candy scent, because I'm using that currently. Same exact scent. It's amazing. 100% would always repurchase this. I love the scent. Incredible. Perform great in my home. Couple like random little clamshells and such. I have kettle corn macchiato from Midnight Daydream Wax Company, caramel macchiato, Baker's Kitchen, and caramel kettle corn. This was really interesting. Definitely like that popcorn note came through in here, but you can't get his wax anymore. I really hope he comes back because I love his stuff. It's still performing great for me, and it's definitely over a year old by now. This is grape soda from Goose Creek. Tom and I love this scent. When I melted this one night, we were watching, I think, like Stranger Things, and we were just like, it smells so good in here. We were like obsessing over it. Definitely would recommend this, repurchase this, all that and above. This is just a very authentic grape soda scent. I can't believe how realistic this smells. So good. At the fair for mainstays, this is Churros Brown Sugar Funnel Cake. Got no throw from this, very disappointed. And Cotton Candy Clouds from Sensationals. This is kind of like a weird perfumey, powdery type scent. I don't like this. I almost feel like there's like a vanilla lilac-y kind of vibe in here. It's very strange. Doesn't smell like cotton candy. Doesn't smell like candy at all. Wouldn't repurchase this. Happy to have it gone. And then finally, to wrap it up, kind of like how I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I got to a point at the end of this month where my Scentsy club was going to process, and it was huge. I took out all of the things that were currently available in the fall winter catalog that were in my club. So, you know, Graham Cracker Crunch, Cozy Cardigan, Fluffy Fleece, all of those things I took out. And then my club was still huge because I had a ton of stuff from the previous Bring Back My Bar that I had melted that I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep or get rid of. And then a couple other things that I was just up in the air about that I had melted. So what I decided to do was take a pause for like the last week of my circus concession, or not take a pause for a week. I took a little bit of a pause just to work on my Scentsy Club editing, and I'm feeling much better about where it is now. I think I have 12 bars in my Scentsy Club, maybe like 11 even. I have it like dwindled way down, which is making me feel amazing. So let's start with something that is no longer available. This is Joy and Wonder. I melted through this entire clamshell. I decided to keep this in my club. I really enjoy it. This popped up in that random like clearance sale that they had. I debated stocking up and just not keeping this in my club, getting rid of it, but then I melted it and it was like 2 days going strong. And I actually only got this because there was the Ghostly Greeting scent. And I think Casey said that this one kind of smelled like Ghostly Greetings or something like that. And so I threw this in there because I didn't have Ghostly Greetings in my club. And now I think I've fallen in love with this and that. And now I have more Ghostly Greetings because I got it at the flash sale. So I don't know. I think I just really like these like deep, rich berry scents. I'm finding that I just like prefer those. So yeah, kept this in my club. Joy and Wonder, really like it. Sandalwood Tangerine. This is one I took out of my club. And the reasoning behind this is that I bought a ton of bars as backup thinking that I would be obsessed over this. And when I melted it, I really did enjoy it. But I think that this might maybe eventually come back again for like the Father's Day collection next year. And if by then well, first off, if it does come back and by then, if I've used up all the rest of my bars, then maybe I would stick it in my club. But I just didn't feel like it was special enough. And I also think I could possibly get this made into some type of a similar custom through like that Smell Good shop or any other kind of vendor that does customs. Because it really is sandalwood and tangerine. That's not that hard to just create through like a custom with a vendor. And vendor wax is cheaper, in my opinion, than Scentsy. So that would be my opinion on that. Another thing is when I was melting all of these, I told myself, okay, Alexis, is this something that is purely unique to Scentsy that you cannot get through vendor wax? If it is, and you like it that much, that's the only reason I would keep it in my club. So a lot of these left because of that reason. This was something that I did think was purely unique to Scentsy. I haven't seen anything like this in vendor wax. This is Blonde Wood and Moonflower, but I just didn't think this was special enough for me to keep. I felt like It was nice and I did really enjoy it, but I didn't feel like I was like, if I don't have this, I'll cry, you know? Another one that I totally emptied, this is Cotton Candy Craze. This is another one where I really, really was excited to try this, and I totally thought that this would stay in my club. However, when I melted it, I thought to myself, there are other cotton candy blended bakery type scents and Vendor Wax that I prefer over this. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't a favorite, so I took it out. Then I have another one that I emptied is Hendrix. This one I think is like sandalwood and patchouli, and this one to my nose, I thought for sure I could just dupe this with Vendor Wax. And also I was just like, it's not quite that special. I did enjoy it, emptied it, but took it out of my club. Okay, so I have two that are a part of the Father's Day collection that I added in my club and tested. Business Casual and My Dear Watson. When I melted both of these, Business Casual was something that I felt like I could find in Vendor Wax. It was very nice, but it was just a kind of a simple, fresh, clean, masculine scent. I really enjoyed it, but I do have a few backups, so I took this one out of my club. On the other hand, My Dear Watson was kind of a more unique masculine scent to my nose, and there was almost like this melony kind of base to this. It was like a fresh, I know there's no melon, I think it's mint in here is what maybe is doing it, but there was something unique about this that I don't think I could find in Vendor Wax, and I did enjoy this. So I will at least keep this in my Scentsy club for a few more times and then see where I go from there. But I did really enjoy My Dear Watson over the rest of them. So that one stayed. I have Make a Splash. This one also stayed in my Scentsy club. This one's like melon and green apple or something. I actually initially I tried this scent out in Counter Clean. Loved it. And then when I melted this, it reminded me of cleaning, so it almost made my home feel fresh and clean in a nice way. And the other thing about this scent is, holy moly, this is probably one of the strongest Scentsy bars that I've melted in my home. So I was very, very, very impressed with that. And I would be sad if the summer catalog came out and this was not a part of it. So I stuck it in my club. This is my club. I really like Make a Splash. Root Beer Flow. It didn't finish this one, but worked on it. And this is one that I really did enjoy. To me, it was not a creamy root beer. It really reminded me of the hard root beer barrel candies. I enjoyed it, but I feel like I have root beer scents and Vendor Wax I prefer more than this. This one is Thunderstorm. I'm laughing in my head because Thunderstorm is funny to me because this smells very, very similar to a scent called Kissing in the Rain from Rose Girls. However, there's a subtle difference between both of those. Kissing in the Rain comes across much sweeter and more floral, and this one comes across much more sharp, slightly masculine, but the base of this, that aquatic-y kind of base that you can smell in both, is very similar. So for that reason, I took it out. I would definitely prefer getting Kissing in the Rain from Rose Girls over this, but if you like this and you smell Vendor Wax and Scentsy, that would be my suggestion for you. I did like the scent, very, very strong, but I prefer Kissing in the Rain. Then I have Raspberry Lollipop. This was a part of like the Easter collection or something. I thought that I would like this more, but it just didn't wow me. It was just kind of like a raspberry candy scent. I took it out of my club. This one is Berry of Paradise. A lot of people said that this was kind of like a pink Starburst type of scent. There was something about this that I was really hoping would go away once I warmed it. Kind of almost like a plasticky undertone to it. Very weird, almost slightly sour. I was hoping it would go away. It never went away when I warmed it. I did not enjoy it when I warmed it. And for that reason, I took this out of my club very quickly. Did not like that one. And I have Strawberry Swirl in my club. And that one is much better, much more realistic strawberry, creamy strawberry, delicious. That Bird of Paradise is not good. And then this one is Route 66. This one is like a mossy type scent, and I don't love those, so I took it out of my club. But I do have a couple backups of this one, I think, for Tom. So that was it. That was my entire Empties video. It was probably absolutely massive because I had a month of stuff to talk about with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. What did you guys work on this month? Also, big question, because I am torn right now. Are you guys already on to your fall scents? I know we're going to be at the start of September, so I feel like most of you guys are like, yeah, we're on to fall. I have so much summer wax that I'm debating on doing like a summer-fall split kind of melting basket for next month. Just let me know where you guys are at because I'm debating on what to do. I have a ton of stuff I still need to finish because I don't want to put it away for a year. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.